Hey there, if you've ever noticed that getting out of bed feels tougher than it used to, or a short walk leaves you more tired than it should, you're not alone. Aging brings changes, but here's the good news. You don't have to accept them as your new normal. Let me tell you about Susan, a 70-year-old who reclaimed her strength, energy, and independence with small, simple changes. Her journey is proof that it's never too late to feel strong, move better, and live life on your terms. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 8 powerful habits Susan adopted. None of them complicated, all of them doable starting today. By the end of this video, you'll be inspired to take action, especially when I share the final 2 game changers that tied it all together for her. The goal isn't just to add years to your life, but to add life to your years. So, stick with me, and let's follow Susan's story to see how she did it. Susan had always been independent, but at 70, she started noticing her legs didn't move as quickly. She hesitated before climbing stairs, leaned on furniture for balance, and felt a pang of fear. She didn't want to lose her freedom. She thought slowing down was just part of aging, something she had to accept. But was it? Spoiler, it wasn't. Susan learned that aging doesn't mean you stop moving, it just means you need to care for your body differently. Let's dive into the first step she took to reclaim her vitality. Step 1: Understanding her body. Susan assumed feeling stiff and weak was just what happened with age, but she discovered much of it came from inactivity, not years. The less she moved, the weaker her muscles got, creating a cycle that made her feel older than she was. Your body is built to move. Think of it like a car left in the garage too long. If it sits, the battery dies, tires go flat, and it struggles to start. But the more you move, the stronger you get. Susan started small, 5-minute walks around her house. If stairs felt daunting, she practiced stepping up and down on a single step. Within weeks, her legs felt stronger, her balance improved, and her confidence grew. You're never too old to rebuild strength. Your body is resilient and responds to what you do daily. So, Susan made movement a must, not an option, to stay independent. Step 2: Tackling fatigue. Susan also struggled with feeling tired all the time. Mornings felt draining, afternoons begged for a nap, and by evening, she was exhausted despite not doing much. She thought it was just aging, but fatigue often comes from habits, not years. Dehydration, poor sleep, and lack of movement were dragging her down. Susan started sipping water throughout the day, noticing how dehydration had been zapping her energy. She set a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time, and avoided screens before bed to protect her sleep hormones. She also added small bursts of movement, like a short walk, which, surprisingly, boosted her energy. Within days, Susan went from dragging to waking up with pep. Fatigue wasn't her fate, it was a sign to tweak her habits. Step 3: Shifting her mindset. What separated Susan from others who struggled was her mindset. She used to think she was too old to exercise or change, but she challenged those beliefs. She stopped seeing age as a limit and started seeing it as a chance to care for herself. When her mindset shifted, her body followed. If you believe you're too old to improve, you'll prove it true. But if you believe you can get stronger, you'll prove that instead. Susan's challenge to herself, and to you, is to pick one small change: an extra glass of water, a morning stretch, or standing up more. Every step is an investment in your future self. Step 4: Prioritizing sleep. Despite her progress, Susan still had groggy mornings and heavy legs. She thought she was doing everything right, but her doctor pointed out a game changer: sleep. It's not just rest, it's when your body repairs muscles, boosts energy, and sharpens your brain. Poor sleep interrupts this, leaving you running on empty. Susan set a consistent sleep schedule, created a wind-down routine by dimming lights and skipping screens, and turned her bedroom into a calm sanctuary. Within a week, she woke up refreshed, her mind clearer, her body stronger. If you're tossing and turning or waking up tired, try these steps. Sleep is like a reset button for your body and mind. Step 5. Breaking the sitting habit. Susan thought her short walks kept her active, but then she tracked her day and was shocked. She was sitting over 8 hours, eating, watching TV, scrolling her phone. Sitting too much slows circulation, weakens muscles, and reduces flexibility, making simple tasks like standing or climbing stairs harder. Susan didn't want that future. She started standing every hour, even just to stretch for a minute. She added movement to daily tasks, marching while brushing her teeth, pacing during calls, stretching during TV time. She made movement a habit, not a chore, choosing stairs over elevators or dancing to a favorite song. Within weeks, she felt lighter, her legs moved easily, and stiffness faded. The less you sit, the stronger you stay. Susan learned this keeps independence within reach. Step 6. Harnessing sunlight. One afternoon on her porch, Susan realized something was still off. Stiff joints, low mood. Her doctor asked, "How much time do you spend outside?" Susan mostly stayed indoors, not realizing sunlight was key. It helps produce vitamin D, vital for strong bones, flexible muscles, and pain-free joints. As we age, we produce less vitamin D, so without sunlight, falls and stiffness become risks. Susan started spending 10 minutes outside each morning, just sitting in the sun. Within weeks, her joints loosened, her mood lifted, and she slept better. Science shows sunlight boosts sleep, mood, immunity, and brain health. Susan made it routine: coffee outside, a short walk, or sitting by a sunny window. With sunscreen for longer outings, she embraced the sun's free health boost. Step 7. Strengthening her legs. One morning, a knee ache while tying her shoe was a wake-up call. Susan hadn't focused on her legs, the foundation of mobility. Weak legs mean trouble standing, balancing, or walking, raising fall risks. She'd seen friends lose independence after a fall. She wasn't next. Susan started simple leg exercises: chair squats, sitting and standing without hands, 5 to 10 times, leg lifts, extending one leg while sitting, holding, then switching, and heel raises, rising onto toes, holding a surface for balance. Just a few minutes daily made getting up easier, walking effortless, and stairs no issue. Strong legs meant freedom, and Susan wasn't letting that go. Step 8. Finding balance and peace ***. Susan felt stronger, but tension lingered, stiff muscles, worries about falling or losing independence. Then she discovered yoga and Tai Chi. Skeptical at first, thinking they were for younger folks, she tried 5 minutes daily and found her missing piece. Simple stretches and slow, controlled movements improved her balance, loosened muscles, and calmed her mind. Her fear of falling faded, she trusted her body again. The mindful practice brought peace, easing stress about the future. Studies confirm yoga and Tai Chi boost balance, coordination, and mental clarity. Susan didn't need a studio. She stood, stretched her arms overhead, or lifted one foot slightly to build balance. Perfection wasn't the goal, moving and breathing was. Susan's transformation. Susan's journey wasn't about big changes. Small, consistent steps, moving more, sleeping better, getting sunlight, strengthening legs, and practicing mindful movement, transformed her. She went from hesitating on stairs to moving with confidence, from dragging through days to waking up energized, from fearing the future to feeling in control. Aging isn't about losing strength, it's about choosing how to live. What will you choose? Try one thing today: a walk, a leg exercise, 5 minutes in the sun. Let me know in the comments what you're starting with. I can't wait to hear your story.